Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and discredit their opponents. We thank you for your support of interscholastic Alex Fido, number 20, Ivy Whitford, the other captain, and the other players, number 4, Beth Wintry, number 6, Kate Burns, number 9, Jessica Lindsay, number 17, Christian Gear, number 18, Jamie Clagus, number 19, Christian Alley, number 21, Rachel Poe, number 7, Vanessa De La Graza, number 5, Julia Stuckham. The coaches, the manager, Erwin Buck, the coach, Miles Art Ramirez, assistant coach, Brian Hyde-Alou, and AD, Sonia Johnson, and AD, Sandy Ferguson. The principal is Rick Smith. They're the 2001 CIF SDF Division 4 champions. University of San Diego. 0, Katie Knotch. Ramirez. Number 00, Jackie Kareen. Number 2, Stephanie Gray. Number 3, Kelly Detterman. Number 4, Jessica Gaston. Number 5, Jocelyn Williams. Number 6, Katie Colan. Number 7, Andy Wozniak. Number 8, Allie Dunbar. Number 9, Emily Wen. Number 11, Megan Fogarty. Number 12, Emily Lingelwald. Number 13, Kelsey Gamora. Number 15, Irene Benito. Number 16, Alyssa Otero. Number 17, Amy McIntyre. Number 18, Sarah Dunbar. Number 19, Jackie Ragudas. Number 20, Molly O'Toole. Number 21, Captain Ryan. The head coach, Don Lee. Assistant coach, Kate Butch. Athletic director, Dave Sloa. The principal, Dr. Richard Kelly. And the stats are taken by Ryan Gambro. The referees for today's game, Scott Fontaine, assistant. Tony Clues, center of the ref. Tom Miles, assistant ref. Bob Patterson is the 4th official. And Jim Simon, the 5th official. Now we'll have the coin toss. The soccer ball for today's game are provided by Baden Incorporated and is the official soccer ball for the 2002 San Diego Section CIF playoffs.
Midfield, Emily Lingval. Number 13. Goal kick for the Dons keeper. And we have a whistle, and that's going to go against Coronado, or the Dons. And so now Coronado feeding it out to the wide, and it goes out of play, the far side touchline. And now the throw in for University High School Dons, and that one is going to be knocked out by Coronado Islanders. And so now it's going to be a throw in again. And actually they say it was knocked out by the Dons, so the Islanders are going to throw it in. In the corner, trying to make a play. Corner kick for Coronado. Big offensive chance here. The team that won it in the lower division last year, the CIF championship. On a corner, nice in-swinger in a box, but it's quickly knocked out of there. Punched out by Gombar. Sarah Gombar for the Dons. A throw in now. The Islanders, as the Dons could not control when they do now, though. Gombar has it. Ali Gombar. Ali, the senior, pushing it up forward, getting a return pass. Gombar, they work it on the offensive attack. After Rugdogos. On it now is Wozniak, and Wozniak looking for a teammate into Central, but could not get it. On that through ball attempt was Ragugnos. On the ball now in the defensive half. The Dons. They lose it over the top, and now pushing it upfield is Angie Wozniak. Wozniak on the run now is Ragugnos. Wozniak now gets a return pass from Ragugnos. I think that's the best pronunciation of it. Number 19 out there. Coronado, definitely a team that has improved their program over the recent memory. They didn't have the resources years ago, back in the early part of the 90s, but since the middle 90s there has been progress, and it now has led to one CIF championship and chance for another one here against a great all-time foe, and a save is made, getting it through that back line, but coming up to make the save, and the keeper for the Dons. Up top, trying to put it up top was Ali Gombar. Ali Gumbar trying for the top side. Just couldn't quite get that one to dip in. Beautiful day again here in the first week of March, the second day of March. It is CIF Finals. Division 3. Greg Porter, George Lineman Video Sports Productions, happy to be on another beautiful day up here at Patrick Henry High School. The throw in was not. Her teammate on the central pass intercepted, however, still on the ball of the Dons. On the wing, but they can't control it. And good defense there into space, and they send it all the way down on the long ball. And only one player, striker, down there, so they play well in the back and bring it up. Ragados trying to make a play on the run, but that ball had too much on it. Goal kick. The Islanders, no score. "26 minutes left to play in the first half of action. Islanders in their own half of the field. Nice move there. That time by Quaiser, the captain out there. To Kopp. Kopp to the wide side to Chase. Chase has her teammate help out on the wide. And now a couple of headers into central attack. However, it's taken away momentarily, but Islanders still on it. But they were looking for a pass out to Weingart, but she couldn't get to it. But they get back well. Weingart help out. And at central area there, and now in the back. Williams, the feed up to Gumbar. She gets it to her teammate, and they get the counterattack going. Here's a through ball, and getting to it in time is the keeper for the Islanders. Off the header. And now Ryan, Caitlin Ryan, the junior, and then to her teammate on the outside. And how they go working through the midfield area now. But right, strong, tough that time was Ivy Whitford. Over the top in that 18-yard box, but nobody there. And a goal, the keeper giving it a nice long 55-yard kick all the way, and it helps out the Islanders on the run here. She just overran it on the play, Jade Hughes. Hughes, her teammates had a good play working for her, but she just overran it. However, now she's on the cover. And they go around her, and they work well. And in midfield area. Good bit of passing. The Dons, they've shown that over their history. Ability to make plays, be strong in the midfield, take over possession of the soccer ball. The position is now in question. Well, the center ref has determined it's going to be the Islanders. Islanders to throw in. Stephanie Gray in on the play to Wozniak. Wozniak's pass. Regatos, and now back here to Gray. Gray, nice ball to Gumbar, but it had too much pace on it. Gumbar trying to go down the middle. However, they get it back. Regatos. Now on it, Gray. In it back as they push up, Caitlin Ryan. Ryan again. Working it to the wide. Gumbar making a nice play to try to keep it in, but then in her haste to try to make that run down the far touch line, she lost control of the soccer ball, so now it'll be a throw-in. The Islanders, 22 minutes gone, or left to play, 22 and a half. Counting down in the first half. Again, you're watching the CIF final. 2002, and we have a foul, so it's going to be a free kick. The free kick coming up for Jade Hughes, and Hughes could not get to it in time. And the substitution for the Dons coming in now, Emily Wine, the freshman. Stephanie Gray, the senior, looking for a teammate, Katie Hoban, the sophomore. Now here's Wozniak, the junior. In the back. On it now, Caitlin Ryan, the junior, trying to keep control, couldn't do it. Jade Hughes looks like she's going to throw it in for the Islanders. Let's see which direction Jade decides to go, and they have a substitution on the far side for the Islanders. Get a fresh player in there. A little over 21 minutes left to play. Working on the near side. Tracy Perkins, senior forward. Jade Hughes on the cover. Perkins can't get to it, so back in the back, it's Wozniak. Wozniak's pass intercepted by Hughes. And Hughes, dangerous play that time. And a foul called by the center ref, a free kick for USD. HS, University of San Diego High School. In the back, pushing it up. Kristen Greer, that was. Why I said that, that was Allie Gombar in the back. Greer playing for the opposite team. Ryan. Regatos, the outside, Wine. And it was out. Knocked out by the Islanders, throw in. Wine. Regatos. Using everything she can with her body to keep control of the soccer ball, doing it well into space. Regatos gets a pass. It was an attempted pass or a shot, but as it went off the side of the net. After the goal kick. The Islanders can't control in midfield, having a tough time, and finally they win this control of the soccer ball there. With 3 in the back, intercepted, nicely done in the space, and a collision. And that's going to work against the Islanders. Getting it restarted, Jocelyn Williams. Her teammate McIntyre feeds it to the wide. Coming out for it, Gombar. And over the top. You call that almost like a dummy attempt by Caitlin Ryan. And now pushing it back to Caitlin Ryan. It pushes up. Ryan on the near side to Stephanie Gray in the corner. Gray trying to make a move. Can't do it as Islanders are strong in the back in the corner. However, still on a soccer ball. Angie Wozniak makes a good move around Hughes. Wozniak gonna get a return pass. Wozniak centering pass. And trying to look for an attempt there was Gray. However, the pass went a little bit too far that time for Kaiser. But Kaiser stays with it. And the Islanders being tough in the back, making it difficult right now for the Dons on their attempt to make a play down the central. Good little plays back there, being big and strong in the corners. And that defense of Coronado. However, as you know, the Dons, in their history of this women's soccer, their storied history, winning many CIF championships, are going to continue to apply the pressure. They're undaunted in their attempt. However, the Islanders playing up a division this year, who won it last year in their lower division, continuing to be strong. The Dons want to try to find the key. Regatos. And a pass was too far for Stephanie Gray. Regatos had the right idea, but too much on the ball. And a goal kick. The keeper for the Islanders, Jamie Considine, who is a captain. In the back, that line, as they have 5 in that back. Daring the Dons to try to find a way. And they foul. And that is going to go against the Dons. So the Islanders with the free kick. Down to getting close to 15 minutes left to play in the first half. Free kick, Coronado. Line drive. It goes into the 18-yard box. Trying to get it. And what do we have? And a foul. It goes against the Dons. Or the Islanders, rather, on the play. They'd say that she was, Ashley Wash was trying to get to that ball too dangerously. Got a substitution coming in. And it looks like it's going to be for the Dons. Coming in now, number 11, Megan Fogarty. So Fogarty's into the contest. And it looked like Caitlin Ryan came out. The Islanders with some fresh players coming in. Rachel Poe, freshman forward, came into the contest. Regatos making the move. Regatos in the 6-yard box. And a University of San Diego High School Dons lead 1-0 with 13:33 left to play in the first half. All started by Regatos on it wide, making a move around a defender and getting it to where teammates could finish. And it's 1-0. They finally found an opportunity where they could get in that 6-yard box and operate on the Coronado Islander defense, and they did. And now here they come again, trying to get it, make it 2-0, but coming out of there is Considine being tough on the bid by Angie Wozniak. Sending it all the way down the field. A little bit of the anger on that play. She might have felt like her defenders were not doing enough to cut off Wozniak from making a strong bid once she got in that 18-yard box. But now it's up to the front line of the Islanders to try and put a little more pressure on that defense, and they are doing it now. De La Garza, or rather that's Rachel Poe. Poe on it. Again, I mentioned she's a freshman. Chase. Pass, nobody there. Gray. The midfield. Too much for Regatos. And it'll be a throw-in for Coronado. 12 minutes approximately left. At least that's what the scoreboard says. On a perfectly clear day in March. The first weekend in March, the CIF finals coming around every year. Just can't wait for the next year. See what kind of athletic talent will be in the CIF final. And we're enjoying the athletic talent in this game. Determination by both teams, the Islanders and the University of San Diego High School Dons. As it goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. Got an opportunity to visit this field for the first time as a spectator not so long ago, back in the November, December time frame, a semifinal game. Football up at the top of the goal! 2-0! Getting the goal that time, Stephanie Gray taking the ball off a defender, and it ricocheted over Considine in the back of the net, and it is 2-0. Considine didn't expect that one to happen, and that was just one of those, plays that just happens, and there's nothing you could do as a keeper. The trajectory of the ball was perfect. And Considine was trying to get to it, but had not enough ability to get to it at that time because it was headed in the back of the net. It was just one that you could just say it was going to go in the back of the net. So 2-0, the Dons now getting one on a nice opportunity that was helped out by the defense, and they've been looking for chances, and there's something about it in the game of soccer when you continue to put pressure on the defense, continue to be control of the soccer ball and try and get it in the back of the net, and things start to happen after a while. Either one of two things is going to happen. You're going to tire out and you're not going to be able to do it anymore, or you are going to be able to thread the needle. Throwing it in is Jade Hughes. Jade in her own defensive half wants to try to get a lot of air on the ball. That was intercepted. They had talked about wind for today, and we basically go under a nice Santa Ana condition. It was windy yesterday, but right now the flag is barely moving at all. So surely Coach Don Lee of the Dons and Coach Miles Ramirez of the Islanders were thinking a lot about that. And we have a foul in an 18-yard box. And boy, if that foul was against the Dons, and it is against the Dons, and it's going to be a penalty kick. Penalty kick upcoming, and boy, this could be a good turn of events for the Islanders if they can score here. The keeper doesn't have the advantage. It's all about the player striking the soccer ball. A chance here to get within one. Dana Kaiser. Weiser does not get it in the net. A save, however, another opportunity. And the Dons avert a big chance here. Weiser did not put it in the back of the net, as finding it at the last moment. The keeper, Jackie Carrion. As a keeper, whenever you have a penalty kick situation, the best thing you can do is just guess which direction it's going to go. Carrion guessed the right way, and she was able to make the save. And boy, is that a big, big thing on the Islanders that's going to loom in their heads, because they could have cut the lead by one and did not do it. And now have to work even harder, still down by 2 goals. And the Dons are not going to quit attacking. Let's see what the mettle of the Islanders is at this point. It started with an attacking play in an 18-yard box, and that's why they were able to get the penalty kick on a mistake by the Dons. And falling down there, Poe. Rachel running hard, and you wondered there, did she really injure herself badly? And thank God she didn't. With the left foot, nice job. However, it caroms over in the back now. The Dons, with about 6 minutes left to play in the first half, and a 2-0 lead here in the CIF Division Final of Division III. Ali Gombar, a try from a good 25 yards out, a miss on a far post. And we get it started again here, and a goal kick. 2-0 your score. Down to about the 5-minute mark left in the first half. Still plenty of time in the game for Coronado to try to win the game, but they are down by 2 scores. One, they were just trying to play defense, and the other one, Ragatos, just made a beautiful play, offensive play to feed her teammate and get it in the back of the net. But it's all about taking chances. It's all about taking shots towards the keeper. And you got to be strong in the midfield, and that's exactly what the Dons have done. And we have a collision there, but the center ref says play on. Don Lee has to like what has happened here in the first half. Love to have a 2-goal lead in the game of soccer, the world's most famous sport. And it goes out of play. The year of the World Cup 2002. A few more months, and we'll get to see the action on the men's side of World Cup 2002. Off the corner kick for the Dons. Getting it out from over the top in an 18-yard box. However, the Dons still trying to make a play, but can't. As on it, Weiser, her teammate, Hughes. In the back now, the talent level. Sitting on at that time, and indirect free kick. Sometimes that works out for you. Fogarty. Running onto it now is Gombar. Gombar, nice run. Gombar into your box, and it's knocked out. Good defense by Weingart. And they do a quick restart off the corner and trying to get it on the far side, or a teammate to try to redirect it towards that far post, but that had a little bit too much on it. Gombar had the right idea. You get to this level and you just have the ability with the leg drive to do a lot of different things that you ever could do at a younger age, first learning how to play this game of soccer. And no doubt, both of these two teams have players that have played since they were maybe 6 and 7 years of age, this game of soccer. And that program at Coronado has driven the talent level now to where they're able to win CIF championships and outplay with the all-time great teams in San Diego County at their division level. And that's what you see here. University of San Diego High School Dons now in the back. Amy McIntyre getting a little pressure that time by Poe, but her teammates still have possession on the wide. And they feed it to Stephanie Gray, who drops it off with a run of Wozniak down the middle, going around a player and trying to get it over to her teammate. And a foul. Free kick now. Ivy Woodford driving it very far, however. The red and white have it again. Gumbar. Gray. Trying to get to it, can't do it. Here's Hughes. Hughes in the back for the Islanders on the run on the near side. Knocked out. Or there was a foul on her run there, so free kick. Coming up there, Fogarty. Regatos can't make the move to get around. Chase. So Chase winning it, and her teammates feed it back to Chase, but that was nobody there in the space. Regatos at midfield. About 2 minutes left to play. We didn't really have any injuries, so approximately the time. And the clock's stopping here at 2, so we're inside of 2 at one point. The Islanders, the urgency will be felt in the second half, no doubt. But they do have a half to work with, and that is the good part. Even though they are down 2-0. And of course, if you're Don Lee, you're talking to your team and you're going to say, we've got to continue to put the pressure on the green and white. And the double whistle, that's the end of the first half of action in the CIF Division III final of girls high school soccer. The score is University of San Diego High School Dons 2, Coronado Lady Islanders nothing. Stick around, we'll be back with the second half on your George Landon Video Sports Productions.
Compliment the excellence that our athletes bring to the contest.
And we are about ready to get started here in the second half. In the CIF Division III finals of girls high school soccer, it's the Islanders against the University of San Diego High School Dons. The Dons, a very storied program in here in this division. Won many CIF championships, won many of them in a row. And the Islanders, a team who won the championship last year in the Division 4, I believe it was. And they have moved up, and here they are in the championship game again, but they are playing a very high-powered attack, very high-powered program in the Dons, who just pretty much expect to be in a title game every year. But the Islanders trying to make their name known as a team that gets up there and gets in it every year also. Could they be a continual foe? We will see. Right now, as a foe, they're down by 2 goals, 2-0. As we get started, the Dons will go left to right on your picture screen, and the Islanders will go right to left as they change goals. Carry on, still in the net for the Dons. And the Islanders, Jamie Considine, still in the net. And I tell you what, both of them have played well. Carry on, guessing right on a Quaiser penalty kick try, and that has kept it to 2-0. That happened with about 7 minutes left to go in the first half. But the nature of the story in the first half, with the Dons playing well at the midfield, and more importantly, the strikers continuing relentless to put the pressure on the Islander defense. And it was good enough to break Regatos on a play in a 6-yard box and a goal. And then later on, a goal by Ali Gumbar off a defender body, and it went up in the air and it went over Considine in the back of the net. Now the goal kick for the Dons. Hughes, who you saw on this side of the field in the first half, on the far side as the direction, going the other way from right to left. Knocked out last by the Islanders, so the Dons now. Actually, there's a foul on the play, so by virtue of the foul, the Dons. And a little bit of wind beginning to start to take effect. At least we're feeling it up here. Maybe not so much on the ground. Not going to really affect the nature of the ball that much. As you see the flags moving in a corner now. Throw in. Emily Wine to throw it in. And it is kicked out. Kicked out by the Dons, so the throw in now. Rhett Chase from the back. Boy, Rhett Chase, the sophomore player who got an opportunity to play on this team as a freshman, showing her skills. And this is still a rather young team, the Islanders. The Islanders with only 2 seniors on this entire team. I read from their roster, so they are a very young team, and they are continually getting better and better and better. And no doubt, next year they are going to be even tougher. So they're not going anywhere, as I mentioned at the outset of the second half. Nice pass, Regatos trying to weave her way, and she does. Beautiful play. Regatos almost scored on a great individual play. Weaved her way around on nearly 3 players, and then tried to go to the top part of the net and just had too much on a soccer ball velocity, and it went over the crossbar. Still 2-0. Seldom see plays like that, especially on the women's side of the house, unless you see the great players. And she definitely was acting like she was one of those great players there. And no doubt, the way she's played in this game, she has played great for the Dons. And undoubtedly, that's been the case mostly during the season. Stephanie Gray. Dummy run. Beautiful play to the outside. Caitlin Ryan was on that dummy run. And now to the central to Regatos, just outside the 18-yard box. In a half circle, trying to win it again on the left-footed try, but couldn't do it. As standing tall in the back, the Islanders. Here come the Dons again. Looking to make sure they're onside. However, getting back, heading it back upfield. The through ball. And its second attempt was not there as Ivy Whitford was strong right there in the back line. Boy, they played real well as that wall just was a little bit too much for the Dons to crack it. But no doubt they'll keep doing it, trying to do it again. Here they come again, Regatos, and a push-off. Holbein. The foul. Little bit too aggressive that time. Or rather, Emily Y. That was right the first time, Katie Holbein. And Katie's playing tough again in the space. And the foul is going to work this time against the Islanders. Perkins a little bit too much with the body. At midfield, the long ball. Regatos trying to run it down. Too much on it. The goal kick. $33 minutes. Working towards 33 and a half minutes left to play in a CIF final. The push to the wide. Now in the central attack. Again, pursuing. Caitlin Ryan. Ryan into space again. A collision. And that's going to work against the Dons. Too much as they knock down Ashley Kopp. Now here come the Islanders from the back. Down the central, and they push it out to the wide to Holbein. Katie just elects to allow the defender to knock it out of play, Rhett Chase. Of course, Rhett on that last play thinking, hey, I want to get my defenders back here. Emily Wine now. And out of the 18-yard box. Nice job by the Islanders. Ivy Whitford, and we have a yellow card. Man, a yellow card against the Islanders. A little bit too much in the central. Trying to play defense coming out of the contest. Tracy Perkins. And coming in, we believe that is Kate Burns, a sophomore midfielder. It's either Kate Burns or Beth Wittry. Tough to see the number coming down the middle, and Considine finds a way to get to the soccer ball, and that was a tough chance, but Considine staying with it. The Islanders now on their counterattack. Ashley Kopp, but there in the space quickly was Terrell, the defender, the senior. However, here's Weingart. Weingart, it's long ball. Won by the Dons as they push back upfield. Stephanie Gray gets it quickly and gives it to the wide. Return pass, but Stephanie was too far away from that. However, Alyssa Terrell playing tough, helping out. Gotta be able to sense what is happening out there on the field and showing that in the midfield. The Dons, the little things that this young Islander team is going to continue to learn in the finals. Gotta be willing to give yourself up at times. The throw in for the Islanders. Rhett Chase threw it in. Ended back with Ryan. Here's Hughes winning it, but not for long, as coming over there was Gumbar. Regatos watched that one go by, and the Islanders now trying to win it in the space, the attacking area, and they can't do it as they'll chase it down. Off the header. Still on it, and a collision at midfield. Katie Obon just kept going and was knocked down. Sometimes, like I said before, you give yourself up. And Katie probably knew it was going to be a collision, but decided to keep going anyway. Her teammates throw it in. Alyssa Terrell. Alyssa tries along the near side here, looking for Gray, but could not get to her. Nothing there that time. Good defense in the back. The collision, but center ref says incidental. We'll keep playing on. McIntyre. Amy makes a nice move to get around Vito. Vito she is only a freshman. Alex Vito. It's number 16 out there for the Islanders. Couldn't get to it that time. And they get it across midfield to the Dons. Gray, too much. As they attempt over the top, however, running into space nicely is Hobart. Hobart a try and over the net. Hobart came into space after the ball was over the top. Too much for Gray, but Hobart said, I'll get the attempted pass back upfield and try a shot at the same time. A little bit too much on it. Still 2-0. University of San Diego High School Dons lead. 27 minutes left to play in a game. And some change to go with that one. Gray. Regatos can't control. Into space, Gombar. Then her teammate wants to try the offense, redirected to the right, where Terrell passed too far. Trying to get to that one was wide, but good play in the space that time by Ashley Walsh. Number 8 out there for the Islanders. And a substitution coming in. Jessica Gaskin, the freshman for University of San Diego High School, getting in there. And a push in the back. And coming in, Jessica just came in and she just kind of says, hey, you know, are you okay? Katie Obon, the foul, and she's going to come out of the contest. And a yellow card was the reason why she came out. Maybe her coach feeling she's a little bit too heated, need to think about it. Don't want to get a red card. And then your team has to play one player down. After the free kick, dangerous, a little bit too much for Stephanie Gray. The Islanders at midfield after a yellow card. And now a dangerous play. They're going to get it toward that 18-yard box. How much can they do on the 18-yard box? Over the top, coming out is Carrion. She's off her line, and let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be interference with the keeper and the Dons, but the thing is, you look at Carrion, and you have to wonder, is she going to be okay, Jackie? Setting up her shoelaces there, pant leg there. And Jackie is up. And she's going to stay in. But obviously, that time, she was off the line, and it was a situation where if there was not a foul, they had a big opportunity to try to make it 2-1, to cut it in half. They could not do it. As very strong in the back were the Dons when they needed to be. Can't say the Islanders haven't had a couple of chances here. Momentum, a thing that maybe they can grab right now. 24 and 42 and counting down, left to play in a game. It's 24 minutes, 42 seconds, and goes past the, unofficially goes past the goal line as the injury time is kept on the field by the ref. Going to be a substitution for University of San Diego High School. The Lady Dons are going to get in Katie Hoban back into the contest. As Dawn Lee, whose father passed away some years ago, and she took over the program and has kept it very strong. And her team is leading 2-0 here in the championship game of the San Diego section. They don't have a state high school championship, as there's a foul there and a play on. In soccer, in basketball they do. They don't have it in football either. Yeah, the major sports. Baseball, they don't have it either. So really, basketball is the only state championship that you go on to. It's just the nature of the time frame in the year where they play their championships in the other part of the state. And wholesale players coming in now for the Islanders, and we'll mention their names as they touch that soccer ball out there. Undoubtedly with the mindset from Miles Ramirez, who's done a great job, that you've got to come in and we've got to keep the pressure on the Dons if we're to have a chance to win this one. And the foul into space. The Islanders and their fans wanting something to happen big, like one in the back of the net. But the Dons saying, no, that's not what we plan on doing. So we'll see what happens. Over the top in the 18-yard box, the Islanders on it. They're still on it, but not anymore as the Dons come out with 4 in the back. However, the Dons continue to try to apply the pressure as the Captain Whitford was strong. Pushing it upfield, but the Dons get it back again on a little dummy, a crossover attempt, trying to get something going and takes a shot, but the save made by Considine. 2-0. Down to 21 minutes left to play in the championship game. Regatos with 2 in the back. The Islanders, Whitford, strong, getting it out of that 18-yard box area. The 50-50 ball, won by the Dons, still on it. Wasn't dribbling. Wozniak feeding. Wozniak the return pass, and a save is made by Considine. Considine will get it all the way up to midfield, just about. And it goes out of play. That gives a little bit of a breather for the Islander defenders. As the Dons able to throw it in. The through ball, Regatos down the middle. Regatos getting it. Gray on the outside. Gumbar. Boy, you can do a lot of fun things with that soccer ball once you have the lead. You can begin to play around and be more articulate, if you will, with that soccer ball. You see that now by the front line players of the red and white of the Dons. Trying to see if they can get the Islanders to commit to a juke or a fake out there. And then make a great play in on the keeper. As it's restarted to midfield. Getting it back there is Ryan, and Ryan playing tough into space. As a lot of pressure was applied on her there. And that sequence by Perkins. Tracy Perkins, the senior forward, can say that even if it doesn't turn out successful today, that she has tasted the ultimate in high school sports as far as winning a championship is concerned. Did it last year. And her teammate, Jamie Considine, can say the same thing. But they would undoubtedly like to make it 2 in a row. But we are inside 20 minutes, inside 19 at 18:41, counting down. Still plenty of time, but the Islanders have to begin to make some plays, and that was one. But it went too far ahead of her, and she couldn't make any more of a play on that one. Off the line drive. Bringing it back, the Dons now on the run. Just beating the defenders, coming in on the keeper, and that one is going to go off. And missed call by myself. That's going to be a goal kick. Last touch by the Dons. Islanders need to begin to win the play at the midfield and begin to control it in the defensive half of the Lady Dons, but they are having a hard time trying to do that. Throw in now. Alyssa Terrell to Gray, looking for Regatos. Nice job in the space that time by Weingart. Not flurried and hurried by Regatos. Hobon's attempt, even though she had Red Chase all over, still got something on the ball, but too far. So they will get it restarted again on a goal kick for the Islanders. Islanders with about 16 minutes left to play. Regatos in the corner. Going to be a foul, so indirect free kick. Stephanie Gray taking it. Gray getting a lot of air on the ball in the 18-yard box. Actually, she made that all the way in the 6-yard box before it was headed out of there over the top. And now with only 3 in the bag. Nice little play by Hughes to the outside. It's it to her teammate, who's looking back for Hughes, and Hughes was not there. Caitlin Ryan. The Dons now on a run, 1v2, and still trying to get it in the net. The goal kick. The Lady Dons still applying the pressure, ahead by 2 goals. As I said before, they will continue to do that as Considine comes way off the line and able to make the save. On the far side, Tracy Perkins. Her teammate trying to gain control of it. That's Mulvey. Couldn't do it. Throw in, Lady Dons. Leading 2-0. Heading towards the 13-minute mark. Left in the game. Can easily take their time and play more of a chase game. They don't have to put another one in the net. Coming up on a nice play there was Gaskin. Again, Gaskin, as I mentioned, the freshman. You're going to see a lot more of her in the years to come. Undoubtedly, the soccer programs, those of ASO, and then, of course, the club soccer, allowing a freshman to be able to play in a CIF final game. Got to have that talent build up. Regatos, after the camera, Regatos just decides to try a shot, but it's deflected off an Islander player. Mingwell in the back, however, trying to make a move was Wozniak, and almost did to get around that wall. Angie Wozniak, the junior, been very good over the years of soccer. Talk about the junior programs. And then, of course, now playing for the Dons with 1 more year to go and just about another championship. 12 minutes and 3 seconds is what is left for the Islanders to try to make that not a possibility. But they've got to score 2 goals and 3 to win in that time frame. And that's going to be very difficult. The Islanders got fresh players in there trying to do that against maybe another high school that is not so strong in the game of soccer. They could do it, but the Dons are strong and have been strong. And you are going to have to do a lot of great things in order to try to get a couple of 2-3 goals in a short amount of time. Not to say that the Islanders can't do it, because they have very talented players, as you see there. And the Dons continuing to apply the pressure, and all that does is eat off the clock. Islanders need to keep it in the Dons' half of the field. But they're having a tough time doing that. And albeit it's going to be a learning experience again for this young Islander team. And if they play the Dons again next year, there's no doubt about it that they will have learned from this one. (10 minutes 22 and thereabouts left to play in the championship game. The Islanders from their own half of the field get a header. Whitford in the space, a lot of pressure. Running onto it that time, and the foul called against Quaiser. The sophomore midfielder, a little bit too much in that space for Quaiser with the upper body. So the center rep gives it to the Dons, and another opportunity to maintain possession of the soccer ball. Alyssa Terrell. Alyssa in her very last game for this great program. Number 16 for University of San Diego High School. Weingart. Her teammates trying to work a play on the Y, but coming up there helping out is Wozniak, and Wozniak wins the soccer ball. Wozniak gives it to Regatos, and Regatos has shown her ability to maintain possession, but that time couldn't hold on to it, as Whitford made a good play in the central to come back. And you look at number 20, Ivy Whitford, the junior midfielder, there's no doubt that if you think she's strong in her play now, wait till next year. She's going to be a senior. That's why I say the Islanders are not going anywhere. They're going to be right back at you unless major injuries or major things happen on the negative side against their program. But they're going to be right back at you next year in the championship. Too much talent and very young. The Islanders now have to play defense. And they do so quite well. You don't get to this championship game without the ability to do that. But the offense is what they need right now as Quaiser. The bump. Whitford in the space. But Regatos wins it and just drops it off for a teammate. Gray. Nice feed outside to Regatos. Regatos just outside the box. Down the middle. Her teammates, Gray, drops it off to Gumbar, but Considine is there as she couldn't get much on that one. 7.5 left to play in the game. Considine gets it all the way down the field, trying to get her forward to run onto it. Being Rachel Poe, and Poe in the 18-yard box gets it now, but can't get it again as it was knocked out of play. However, they're going to get a corner out of it. It's going to be a corner kick for the Lady Islanders of Coronado High School. Weingart, the sophomore, it looks like, is taking it, and this one is on the 6-yard box, headed out. Weingart approaches it again, still in the 18-yard box, and the Dons showing ability again to play the good, crucial defense there. They get it out on a couple of quick tries, a header. And a player to run onto it to get the counterattack going. Inside 6 minutes at 5:53 unofficially. Left in the 2002 championship. Quaiser. Pass intercepted. Quaiser could have got a call there against her. She was over the top, but they didn't call it on her against Ryan. The far side trying to keep it in. Running a long way was Catherine Weingart. Weingart, only a sophomore, going to be around again as it's listed here for another year of talented soccer in the NATO youth programs. And now the Coronado Islander ladies soccer program. The best at the school. Here's Gray. Feeds it back to her teammate Wine, and Wine on the return pass. A lot on the ball. And that was a push off by Katie Hobon. The center ref walks over, does not issue a card. Going to be substitutions for Coronado. Considine, the goal kick. Whitford's attempt to a teammate, nobody there but the red and white and the Lady Dons. Gumbar back to her teammate. Jocelyn Williams got one more year to play on his team. Regatos down the middle. Regatos does not get it into net because she was robbed by Considine. Jamie Considine coming out on Regatos and making an individual 1v1 with the keeper save. And if she gives up a rebound, it is 3-0, but did not. Beautiful play, sacrificing herself in Regatos, who has really applied a lot of pressure against the defense and has assisted on one goal. Throw in. Lady Islanders, Ashley Walsh. Ashley Walsh for Coronado is a freshman. You are going to see a lot of her in the upcoming years. Rhett Chase looking for Walsh, but Walsh can't do anything with it. Coronado with the beautiful scenery there, the backdrop. We've done the youth soccer over there. California Youth Soccer Association, the club teams, tournaments. They've had last year they had the opening games in the State Cup, the Youth CYSA. And coming out now, Tracy Perkins, a senior forward, and Tracy, they give way to some fresh players, and no doubt Miles Ramirez gives her a hug on the far side and says, thank you very much. You gave us a championship last year. We move up a division this year, play against a storied program, and it's not to be. They score the 2 goals in the first half. And very little time left in this one. The Islanders have to hope for a very bit of help from above, no doubt about this. As the Dons playing strong in the defense. And if you really think about it, the Dons have worked hard to achieve what they're doing. Considine missed their opportunity. And actually, Considine is not in there now. They have taken a keeper out. They have another keeper in there. But it won't matter too much here, as obviously they took Considine out. They felt that this is it. And a foul. Gotta feel good about your program if you're Coronado, because you know they're young and they're just going to continue to be good. But you have to be thankful for the fact that you, at the smaller division, had worked by Considine, a senior, over the years. Perkins, the senior, to give you what you've got. in the championship last year and then get you into the championship game in this year. But they won't be a part of the element next year, and it's up to the players out of the field and some of the new ones to see if they can find a way to crack the championship in Division III and win it. But it's not going to be very easy because the University of San Diego High School Lady Dons have a very, very strong program, maybe one of the best. And I would have to say, I'm just going to go say that one of the best in high school girls soccer in all of the country. And there may be only a couple other schools that have been this successful, maybe in the East Coast, North Carolina area, but that's it. The Dons just know how to do it when it comes to winning championships on this women's side of the house. Mr. Lee doing it for many years. And then, of course, now Don Lee taking over his daughter. But obviously, he is always in her mind in what she portrays out to her team. And it shows because they just keep doing the legacy of winning the CIF in Division III. The championship of the San Diego section goes to University of San Diego High School Lady Dons by a score of 2-0 over the Coronado Lady Islanders. Their first time ever in championship game in Division III. We hope you enjoyed all of the action, and I'm going to take a seat on the broadcasting side so you can hear the medals given away, or actually the patches for both teams. The runner-up for the Islanders and a championship patch for the Lady Dons as they'll congratulate each other. Considine and Coronado started off first, and the rest of the team.
Call your name. See Mr. McLaughlin. Presenters on the field, Mr. McLaughlin, Assistant Commissioner from the CIF, and Brian Quinn, the head coach from the San Diego Sockers, the former player, two-time player, most valuable player, and the U.S. national team. Accepting the awards for the team will be Dave Small, Don Lee, the coach, and Dr. Richard Kelly, the principal. The team for the Coronado. Number 1, Jamie Constantine, Ashley Kopp, Catherine Wingert, Beth Whitry, Kate Burns, Ashley Walsh, Jessica Lindsay, Jade Hughes, Maureen Mulvey, Tracy Perkins, Dinah Priester, Brett Chase, Alex Biddle, Christine Gear, Jamie Cleggs, Christian Alley, Ivy Whitford, Rachel Poe, Vanessa De La Garza, and Julia Shekel. Pursuing victory with honor is an operating principle of the CIF and the San Diego section. Today, the coaches, the tournament directors, the official, and the commissioners honor a player who completed with dignity and respect for her opponent, her team, and her community. Accepting Joshua Williams from Coronado and Dinah Fraser from Uni. The Uni team now accepting a University of San Diego. 0, Katie Knotch. Jackie Karen, Stephanie Gray, Kelly Dieterman, Jessica Gaskin, Jocelyn Williams, Katie Hogan, Angie Wasnup, Allie Gumbar, Emily Wynn, Megan Fogarty, Emily Liggenball, Kelsey Gamale, Irene Benito, Alyssa Terrell, Amy McIntyre, Sarah Gumbar, Jackie Verdudas, Molly O'Toole, and Kathleen Ryan. And now presenting the plaque to the team, accepting Team Dave Small, and Don Lee, the coach, and Dr. Richard Kelly, the principal.
University of San Diego High School winning 2-0. Regatos was the player who made a nice play into the 6-yard box, and then her teammate finished. We couldn't get the name of the teammate who actually finished. They don't have the record here. So kudos to her, whoever it was. And then, of course, later, Gumbar on a play that went off of a defender, and then it went directly into the net. Just with that, you saw that the Islanders were a team that tried to play the best defense they could in the championship game, and they did play well to keep the game scoreless in the second half. We hope you enjoyed all the action here in the CIF final championship game at Patrick Henry High School. We'd like to thank their staff for making this available on a beautiful AstroTurf-like field. It's kind of the new generation of AstroTurf, and I'm Greg Porter saying take care of all the players that were involved in this game, the parents that followed, and God bless you in the future in your endeavors, either returning next year to the high school or in your college endeavors. Take care and God bless. For George Landman Video Sports Productions, we'll see you next time.